And here is question number 15 of WAEC 2025 further mathematics examination, the theory questions. An object is thrown vertically upwards from the top of a building 20 meter high. If the object passes the point it was thrown after 4 seconds on its way down, find the velocity at which the object was thrown. Find the time taken when the object is 10 meters above the level it was thrown. Find the time taken when the object is 10 meters below the level it was thrown. And lastly, we are asked to find the velocity with which the object hits the ground. And we are asked to take the acceleration due to gravity as 10 meters per second squared. Let's get started. Let's start with a simple sketch, assuming this is the ground level. And we have a building situated here, and this building is 20 meters high. Right? So according to the question, an object was thrown vertically upward. This is not projectile, just vertically upward. I don't know the distance, but from the point it was thrown to the maximum point down to exactly where it was thrown takes 4 seconds to and fro, right? All right, so let's solve the first one, the A part. We're asked to find the velocity at which the object was thrown. We are talking about initial velocity. Initial velocity is what we are looking for. Since we started here, go to the maximum, comes back to where we started, it implies that the displacement is equal to 0. And hence, we say that S is equal to 0. Forget about the units. I'm going to include it in the end. Then what else? The time is 4 seconds. And the acceleration due to gravity is given as 10 meters per second squared. So which formula are we going to use? We're going to use this formula which stated that S is equal to UT plus half AT squared, but since we are dealing with gravity, we're going to use GT squared. Another thing, remember, we are moving upward against the gravity, and hence we are going to change this plus to minus. So our formula is intact. Let's substitute. The displacement is equal to 0. U is what we are looking for. Time is 4, so U times 4 will give us 4u minus 1 over 2 times g, which is 10. T is still 4 squared. 4 squared is 16. 16 times 10 is 160. Divided by 2 is 80. So 0 is equal to 4u minus 80. Divide every single time by 4. 0 divided by 4 is 0. 4u divided by 4 is u. 80 divided by 4 is going to give us 20. And if you take this negative 20 to the other side, it becomes negative. You have u equal to 0 plus 20, which is still 20. And the unit is what? Meter per second. We are done with the first question. Let's move on to the B part. In the B part, we're asked to find the time taken when the object is 10 meters above the level it was thrown. So let us examine something. 10 meters, so we don't know the distance covered, but let's assume we have 10 meters situated here. It means from this level to this is 10 meters. So as the object is going, it is going to meet 10 meters. It is going to keep on moving to the maximum point. Then it has to drop down. It is going to meet the same point again at a certain time, which we don't know, which implies that in the end we're going to get 2 separate times while going up and while coming down. So the time which we're looking for is question mark. The displacement is 10, and it is positive because it is upward movement. And what else again? Initial velocity, we have just obtained that to be 20. Then acceleration due to gravity is also 10. We are going to utilize the same formula which stated that S is equal to ut minus half gt squared. S is 10, u is initial velocity, which is 20, times t. Remember, we are looking for the time. Minus 1 over 2, g is 10, times t squared. Half of 10 is 5, and you can see that 5 can divide all of this 3 times. So let's divide through by 5. 5 divide 10 exactly 2 times. 5 can divide 20 exactly 4 times. And 5 can divide itself 1 time, so we have just minus t squared here. Let's take all times to the left hand side. As negative t squared crosses over, it becomes positive t squared. Positive 4t becomes negative 4t. Already this is positive. Everything equal to 0. Now we have a quadratic equation in terms of what? T. So we're going to use the formula t equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Should we write the data? I don't think it is necessary. A is always the leading coefficient, b is the coefficient of t, and the constant here is c. Let's substitute them. Therefore, t is equal to minus b. B is already negative. Together with the minus, it becomes positive. Plus or minus into square root of b squared. Negative 4 squared is 16. Minus 4 times 1 times 2, which is equal to 8. Divide by 2 times 1 is still 2, right? All right, so this is what you need to simplify. 16 minus 8 is 8. And square root of 8 is 2 root 2, right? So this is equal to 4 plus or minus 2 root 2 divided by 2. So 4 can be divided by 2 exactly 2 times, and it can divide 2 exactly 1 time. So therefore, t is equal to 2 plus or minus the square root of 2. All right. While going up, we have 2 minus root 2. While coming down, we have 2 plus root 2. I haven't included the unit yet, but let's simplify this 2. 2 minus root 2 will give us exactly 0.586 in 3 decimal places. So T1 is equal to 0.586 seconds. And the other time, while coming down, 2 plus root 2 will give us what? 3.414. 3.414 in 3 decimal places. So we are done with the B part. Let's move on to the C part. The C part, we are asked to find the time taken when the object is 10 meters below the level it was thrown. Remember, if it goes up to the maximum, it comes down, it will continue moving down till it hits the ground level. So at 10, halfway, right? At 10 meters, you can see it is a downward movement. Therefore, the displacement is going to be negative 10. So I would like to start with what I see. So the displacement is equal to negative 10. We're still looking for the time. Acceleration due to gravity is still 10. What else? Initial velocity will not change, still 20. So the formula remains the same, S equal to ut minus half gt squared. S this time around is negative 10 equal to 20t minus. Should I write this directly? Because I know g is 10. Half of 10 is 5 t squared. Let's divide every single term by 5. This is going to be negative 2. This is going to be 4. This is going to be just negative t squared. Let's take these 2 terms to the left hand side. We have positive t squared minus 4t minus 2, everything equal to 0. Now we're going to use the general formula again. T is equal to minus b, minus 4 is plus 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4ac. 4 times 1 is 4, times negative 2 is negative 8. So negative is positive 8, which is going to give us 24, right? Divide by 2 times 1 is 2. So 16 plus 8 is 24. And we know that 24 is the same thing as 4 times 6. But square root of 4 is 2, so we can bring the 2 outside. 4 plus or minus 2 root 6. Divide by 2, which we can now split into what? Okay, let me write it first. T equal to 4 divided by 2 is 2, plus or minus 2 divided by 2 is 1, root 6. So the two values we have are, let me start with the positive version. T1 equal to 2 plus root 6, or T2 equal to 2 minus root 6. Well, you know that square root of 6 is greater than 2, so this is going to give us negative, and we don't have negative time. So this is our solution, 2 plus root 6. And 2 plus root 6 is approximately, let me write it in 2 decimal places. It is going to give us what? 4.45 seconds. All right, we are done with the C part. Let's move on to the last part, which is the D part. The D part, we are asked to find the velocity with which the object hits the ground. So if you consider from this point down to this point, we have 20 meters, right? And since we are moving down, we're going to take S to be negative. Both S and G are going to be negative. The only reason we didn't use negative 10 here, where is it? In this formula, because I have already negated it here. But had it been we left this to be positive, I have to use G as negative 10. Okay, you should know that. So here, S is equal to negative 20. G is equal to negative 10. What are we looking for? Velocity. Initial velocity is 20, right? So we can use the formula V squared is equal to U squared plus 2GS. V squared is equal to 20 squared plus 2 multiplied by negative 10 multiplied by negative 20. You can see that 2 times negative 10 will give us negative 20. Negative 20 times negative 20 is 400. Another 400 here, because 20 squared is 400. So 400 is 800. So V squared is equal to 800. Therefore, V is equal to the square root of 400. Do not use plus or minus. All right. And this will give us equal to 20 root 2 meter per second. This is exact answer, but if you like, you can find the square root of 2, then you multiply by 20, which is going to give us approximately 28.28. So this is 28.28 meter per second. So we are done with this question, number 15. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye-bye.